Yeah. Come on.
Welcome. Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little look ahead lines for, what's tomorrow? Saturday. It's in the chat here. I just posted it in the YouTube channels. Winner free picks, parlays, and of course, yours truly, Sean Higgs. I threw up a retro wax video today. If you were interested in some 80s action. Not much. I don't give it away, but I just told you. I ruined the surprise. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. In fact, I'm going to go to the Twitter universe right now and give me a follow. Why wouldn't you? I mean, I don't understand. If you're on Twitter, why don't you give me a follow? I mean, I don't really bombard the feed. You know, you get the picks for midday money, look at lines. I mean, sometimes I do tweet out some stuff. But I don't understand. Again, I'm not a all in. We're watching games. We're commenting on every second of every pitch and every shot. And as much as I do my videos daily, I do have time. You know, you need time to do the work to actually kind of get some winners going. So, you know, it's I don't know. Watch the feed. It doesn't cost you anything to come in here. All right. Hockey tomorrow. Dallas Stars plus $1.70. Obviously, it's a puck line. The puck line money. Here on Friday, we're looking for the under in this Toronto game. See what happens there. But tomorrow, look at Dallas. You know, close it out. They'll close out versus Kraken. Goaltending been a bit of an issue for Seattle. You're giving up 5 goals, 6 goals, 4 and 4. Seattle scored themselves. You know, they had 5 goals, 1 game, 7. But in a up against a game like this, I expect defense first. That's why, you know, this line it went up to a 6, which kind of shocked me. I might still come in on the under in this one, but puck line money, Dallas, Major League Baseball up next because, you know, NBA. We got a day till Sunday for that action, and Celtics laying a touchdown. I'll probably lean into the Sixers. I think this is like the Golden State game where they're giving 7 to the Lakers, and it was whatever it was, 115, 100, them going away. Do I see that kind of play now? Philly had such a terrible game, and they were still in it as bad as they were. I'll lean Sixers. I don't know if I'm betting that game. Lakers game 7 here. Obviously, I think that tonight's game is going to go Golden State's way. I do like the under. It's down to 219 now from 221. From a 221 spot that we had. And open at 223. We'll talk about that later. That'll be for discussion for another day. Like Saturday on Midday Money Show. Look for the Heat to close it out. What's going on here? 5150? Come on. Do better. Do better, Miami. It's disgraceful. And Saturday MLB. Tigers under the 8.5. And listen, I thought Detroit, we had Detroit today in the chat. It's not looking good. Looks like a loser. I had Cincinnati for myself as an underplay 8.5. No ties in baseball, folks. Got a loser on my hands here for a premium. We also had, we'll move on to the next game. We're just talking Tigers and Tigers there. Jays run line. We got a little Barrios sighting. He's been decent at home. I'm taking him here. I'm taking Barrios. Listen, Elder's been fantastic. He's been an elderberry. He's like, I don't even know if our elderberries edible. I don't even know. I don't know why I said elderberry. He's a young guy. He's not even an elder. But he's been really good. Something, again, I sort of liked Toronto tonight. I said, let's lean a little Toronto. Um, I'm doing it again tomorrow. I'm going to go run line. It's a big payday. We'll see what happens. Red Sox over. I like the Red Sox over tonight. I like it tomorrow. We had Paxton and Wainwright tomorrow. We got Matz and Chris Sale. Wonderful. Who do we get Sunday? Is it Kluber and who's that? Malakis? Andy Galafakis? I mean, give me the over. Chris Sale and Steven Matz. Thank you. Not him. It'll be 10.5 by the time you get here tomorrow afternoon for midday money. Always run line. I got the always run line tonight. Not much happening there. I thought they'd score some runs. I got some Ribby props. What's happened to Baltimore? Regardless, Ronesy on the hill tomorrow. I'm done with Pitt. Nice. That was April. Baltimore, and if Baltimore ends up losing today, I think they'll be like, you know what? Again, I wasn't sold on Baltimore to start. Maybe they're a little flat off the Tampa Bay series. They feel a little full of themselves. Like, hey, we beat the Rays 2 out of 3. We're good. I don't know. Maybe a little dose of reality here. Orioles run line tomorrow. Rockies over to 12. Oh, listen, we got the Rockies here today. We got a plus a 130 spot here for a Friday night. Tomorrow, I'm expecting some runs with Suarez making his first start of the season, and Ryan Felter. I'm not feeling the Feltner here. Give me the over 12 spot there. So those are my picks for the Saturday card, and yeah, you get some of my premiums. So if you want the premiums, you know how to get them. If you want, they're in the description, stuff like that. I don't really push that. I'll push it during the NFL when I want you to make some serious money and get off your nonsense. But for now, if you want it, go find them. Groovy Captain, you ready for money to make tomorrow on Zach Gallen Mystic? So we got a Gallen sighting tomorrow. Yes, I'm let's not sleep on the Scaffellini. Little Anthony's pretty solid. How about an underplay there? I could see a little under action in that game. Why am I on? I got two. What's happening here? Had a little freeze frame going on. Do I want to lay to 160 with them? Probably not. Run line. I don't have the number in front of me on his run line. I don't hate it because he's been so good. It's a guy we've bet the last couple of years. But I don't have to bet him every time, especially versus a kid who's, when he's out there, keeps his team in the game. I mean, I'll have his numbers tomorrow. I mean, Scaffellini, I don't think he gives up more than 2 runs a game. I think last game he gave up a few. As I say, hasn't done anything or given up a 0, 1, 2, 4, 2, 0. I mean, there's the 5 spot against Washington. I mean, he is more than solid, and even career-wise. Injury last year. The year before that, 31 starts, 317. You see when he's healthy, 389 in Cincinnati. Well, 493 in Cincinnati, not that good. 328. Basically, as a rookie comes right in Cincinnati after a couple starts in Miami the year before, 31 starts, a 4.05 ERA. You're throwing through a 4 ERA in Cincy as basically a rookie pitcher, first year kind of guy. You're good. 328 in Cincinnati. I mean, then he's out there. The Giants, we saw it with Alex Wood, Cobb, Rodon, Cueto. As much as Tampa develops young guys, San Fran pitching, it's solid, and he's solid. I'm not running to lay 165 with Zach Gallen tomorrow. No, not versus AD, the real AD, although he has health issues like the other AD. Groovy Captain Astron just got robbed of a goal. Your under looks good. Well, all right, let's keep that. We pull that up here. Come on, under. 2-1 and a second. All right. Yeah, we're right there. I don't want to say halfway home. It's 2 out of 3 periods down, but we're right there, Groovy. Higgs, I'm on the under. Royals, Angels lost in the Reds under. I think lost under in the NBA both games. Mets money line, Red Sox, Astros. Are these all for today? You got going on here? So you got today's action. Royals under. So far, so good there. I mean, was it 1-0? Still, I mean, I think you're all right. Under Royals, Angels lost. See, I'm confused. You got the Angels under. What do we have here? What are you talking about? Angels lost in Reds under. Reds under did lose because I'm on that too. And under both NBA games. Well, I mean, I guess you're talking about the night before, Nick. Mets money line. I don't want anything to do with the Mets today, tomorrow, going forward. Sox over Cardinals. I'm going to say okay to that. I don't like the Cardinals at all. Astros over. Is that tonight or tomorrow? What are we doing? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Jack Weldon, what do you got here? Florida score first for a period in Florida money line. I think that is a win, another win, and you're looking like a third win, Mr. Jack. Lost Tigers one-sided game earlier. Okay, so that I guess you're talking about all tonight's game. Yeah, I thought the I added the Tigers last night. I'm like, you know what? It's both team, and I was hesitant because both teams are playing well. Last 10, 7 wins, looking good. And I thought, you know what? Seattle has just been kind of not really doing much. I mean, they're not hitting much. But hey, no thank you tomorrow. I won't be looking at it for the Tigers tomorrow. Not that the Tigers are going to be Oakland-esque, but yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Seattle, maybe listen, they find their stroke, but they got problems, right? Robbie Ray's out for the year. The bullpens hasn't been that good. Guys not hitting yet. Is this a little catalyst to beat a bad team? They can beat a bad team. Baltimore can't beat a bad team. But maybe Seattle. Maybe this is what they need. Nice little sweep of Detroit. Get the gears going. Nick, Guardian bullpen stinks. I hope it stays under. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know if it stinks. Listen, I'm a Cleveland under guy myself here. I thought Allen would shut him down a little bit, and I'm not a huge fan of Anderson for the Angels. I thought would Cleveland get 3? Sure, but I thought this game would be a 3-1 game, a 5-2 kind of game. I mean, 3-3. What's going on here? Can we get a double play? Get out of this game? But let's be honest, Nick. If this is 3-3 going 8-9, we're done in extra innings. It's a loser. This game is 6-5 in extras. We know how this goes. We know how this goes. Moneyline Markel's and Hass like the over to Cards. Yeah, I mean, again today we're at 9 already. Going, I don't know what inning this is. I see 9 runs in Boston with Wainwright and Paxton. I told you, Paxton first start 5 innings, not bad. 5 innings, two runs. I guess you're all right. Not terrible. The bullpen. This is why Boston is a over team. The bullpen comes in 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. Thank you, bullpen. Wainwright does his thing. 5 innings, 4 runs. That's the Adam Wainwright the last couple of years. That's what you get. That's what you get. You don't get upset. I'm upset that I got Juan Yepes and he leaves the game. Thanks, Yeppe. Excellent. Carlson 1 for 3. What are you doing to me there? And of course, Duran, a plus 140 Ribby winner there in that prop for us. We'll take it. And Baltimore, I do have 3 guys for Ribbies: Rushman, Mountcastle, and Hayes. And none of them have knocked in a run. So there's that. There's not looking good. 2-1 there. 2-1 there. Oh, I don't know. Nats are winning. Oh boy, what's going on here? Mets got bases loaded. All right, I got to get back to the thing. Yeah, I see the Cards over. I look and then I'm off the rails here. Mets crazy. Can't hit bases loaded. So many chances. Mets are not a good team. They look good on paper to start the year. Look at this. We bring in these guys. Well, who are you bringing in? You're bringing in another 40-year-old pitcher off an injury. Good luck with that. And they switched the rules on him and the other guy who's been pitching for 25 years. That, oh, by the way, you can't pitch the way you've been pitching. that made you a Hall of Famer. Now we got to switch things up, and you got to race up here. And then you get Sanka, whatever the guy's name is. Terrible signing. Lindor. Well, I, this guy. This guy came in hit 300. I mean, I don't mind batting and Alvarez. Bring up young guys. I like McNeil. How many times did you have McNeil as a review prop last year? Guy was gold. The team is not playing well. You don't lay $2 with them yesterday. You don't lay with them today. You don't lay with them tomorrow. No, you can't bet a team that's playing bad. And again, my way is not the right way. People come in here, don't know what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm betting long enough. I don't care. I will lose betting on bad teams, or I should say, I'll fade a good team that's been on bad runs by taking a bad team. That's fine, because over the course of a week, a month, a season, plus 40s and 60s and 80s or 95s or 22s, whatever they come out to, all plus monies. You can't bet team. I say it all the time. Who's running and bet the Mets? Groovy says, give me the over whenever Malakis. I mean, yeah. Maloki. The big Malokis. I think well, does he go? He might go Sunday. Let's see. Where's Malaki? Big Mickle. The big Mickle. Where's Mikolas? Where are you at? Are you pitching Sunday? Miles Mikolas. There he is versus Corey Kluber. Just as I thought. Corey with a 6+. I love it. Another over. Yes. Jim, my guy. Good to see you, Jim. Welcome in. Golden State Warrior game tonight. Thoughts on the side? I do like the Warriors a little bit, and I'm on the total. I had the total. Last night we had it in here, 221. It's come down. I still like the under. I think Golden State, again, my tinfoil hat, it's next to my flat earth mat over here. I think the NBA wants 7, and why not Lakers Golden State, followed up by a Sixer Boston, or Sixer Boston first, and then the Warriors Lakers part 2. Yeah. Yep. That's what I think is going to happen. I gotcha. Yeah, it's for Sunday. Golden State Golden State is for tonight. They do play tonight, Golden State. But I think it is a game 7 on Sunday. Looks like under Guardian and Angels. These 3 Guardians are worst team they can't score. I mean, here's the problem with the Guardians. One, you get Ramirez, and I like Jimenez. I like some of their bats. Listen, I thought last year, I'm like, Franmil Ramirez, baby, here we go. Dude, the guy's not even baseball anymore. He's a cleanup hitter to start the season. They can't get a hit. They can't buy. They don't even know where to get an offensive player. It's mind-boggling. Like, you have some teams that just kind of hit, and this team just can't hit at all. And I like their pitching. Although when McKenzie went down early, I said that's going to mess up the whole thing, because that moves everybody out of a role. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about Cleveland. I think they'll look to deal. Like, what are they holding on to here? I mean, they're going to be, say they win 80-something games. You got the American League East. Every team in there might win 90 games. And they'll be one team's going to be in last place, and a team out of the Central, whether it be a middling Twins or Cleveland team, or say the White Sox I think the White Sox are dealing. They'll win 80-something games and make the playoffs. Cleveland should deal Bieber. They're not going to pay him. Trade him. I'm telling you now, I think the Yanks, Rodon's done. Montes is done. Sevy is a pitch away from going back on the DL. That guy's always hurt. I'm telling you, Bauer, they could call to Japan. They'll bring him in here. Honestly, though, I'm going to talk about the Yanks real fast as a Yankee guy. Jock Peterson and Alex Cobb coming to the Yanks. That's it. The Yanks will give Volpe up. They'll give something up. They will. They'll give up Peraza or Dominguez something. They will get those 2 guys. They need an outfielder, and they need a pitcher. They'll do something like that. Only bet on Detroit when Rodriguez is pitching. I mean, they're 7-3 the last 10 games. He didn't pitch in 7 of those games, Maurice. It's a loss here. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? I mean, did you know Seattle was in the playoffs last year? They were right there battling Houston to go to the World Series. I mean, not like Seattle's a bad team. I mean, it's one game, bro. Come on. What are you talking about? Listen, I said Rodriguez is good, and not that it's still a bad team, but Seattle has not played that well. This is you don't make money betting bad teams. How'd you do? You got the Mets tonight? How's that working out? I mean, come on. Who else? Who else is a bad team that's or a good team that's perceived good? Although the Mets are winning right now anyway, but come on. You can't do it like that. Nah. You'll be out of money in a hurry. There's the king. What do you say there, King D? I grabbed some Colts action plus a 4. Just a little bit. I had to do a couple games. It's a couple bucks. Next says yes to the Guardians. Yes, you got to clear that up. You can't, there's no capital letters in your thing. There's no periods. It's a giant run-on sentence. Come on, help me out a little. I don't know if it's for today's games, tomorrow. Was it yesterday, last night? I don't know what's happening here. Groovy Higgs, you convinced me. I grabbed the under tomorrow in Arizona. Game total is 8. Along with Rangers tonight. Listen, anytime Oakland is home, you take the run line if they're playing a decent team. Rangers are a good team. Good pitching staff. We could laugh all we want. Oh, my goodness. DeGrom's back on DL. Perez, Gray, Eovaldi. I mean, Dunning. We know I'm a big Dunning guy. He's out of the bullpen again, pitching well. It's a team that's looking to win. And not just them. The A's are on pace to have 34 wins this year. They could have 130 losses. I'll do run line all the time at plus money. My up to 115. The other day I had them at 130, went to 150. Tomorrow I think is a 110 right now. I don't even know what it is. Take the Rangers. Rangers tonight and Miami Heat money line. I like the Heat. I'm with you. 3-team parlay plus 550. All right. Yeah, the total tomorrow. I mean, grab the under 8. You got 2 solid pitchers. If it goes down, it goes. I mean, what are you gonna do? You got Gallen's he's been lights out, and Anthony Scafoline's had one bad start. The guy's given up 10 runs on the season. Come on. Just grabbed the Heat live bet. What's the score of the Heat game here, folks? Next it's under in the Reds, Royals, Angels. I guess that's all tonight. All right, Reds is a loser. Angels is probably going to be a loser for us. NBA under both games. I like them. Over in the Sox, yes. Astros, Giants money line. See, the Astro game, I wasn't loving. I mean, I know the White Sox have their problem, but I got a kid making a first start. I don't know what's going to happen. So that would have been a pass, and it was a pass. Automatic gets a cross off. San Fran tonight. Breba, again, is he going to start and Stripling comes in? That's what I was hearing. Who knows? That's a game for me. Here comes a Sharpie. I'm not going to play a game like that. Tigers, again, I like the Tigers today too. Mets, I was on the Natties today. They've blown that lead. So it looks like it's going to be a little loser for me there. I think my under 204 looks good in Nick game. I saw the halftime score. It was 50-51, so I thought you looked all right there, I guess. Cards overlooks dicey, needs Red Sox to score. What is that? What's the Sox game there? 5-4 still? Yeah, I need another run there. Be nice. Let's get that 10. Let's go. Nick says, tied the Mets. I played in play 1 to 3 odds, so 3-1. I know it's bad, but Nats are also a crazy team. Yeah, the Nats they're not a good team. But if I'm going to get plus money with Gore, Desai Gray, you've seen them win games and you see them be in games. But again, with the Mets, I don't want to lay anything with the Mets right now. That's not a long-term moneymaker. Even tomorrow, like Lucchese's laying what, a 140 tomorrow? I'll come back with the Nats tomorrow. I'll take the Nats. No thank you to the Mets. Angels under looks good, but Red Sox over 10.5 looks dicey. Red Sox need to score a run. It's I don't even know where we at in that game. What are we? Top of the 8th, looks like. And we need some runs. Need a couple. I mean, I got a 10. I'd take a push. I know it was up to 11 at one point. Somebody mentioned in the show this afternoon. Reds under 7.5 was a winner. Reds under 7. It's 4-4. Well, that's a loser. I had an 8.5. That's a loser. Game's 4-4. Kevin Cook's in the house. Happy Friday, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, it's again, we'll be looking at some losers today. I mean, you see what we had today in the chat. I mean, Tigers, loser. Nats don't look good right now, 3-2. Angels under 8.5. Big question mark. Cards over 10. Big question mark. Rockies. I mean, we could have a disaster on our hands here. And we got the Heat minus 5.5. Lakers under 221. Leafs under 6.5. Who knows how it goes? But here for Saturday, Dallas Stars puck line plus 170. Tigers under. I'll back. I know we got 11 up on the board right now, but I'm coming to the under 8.5 because Tigers can't hit, and I wasn't planning on seeing Seattle find their bats like this, but I'll still take the under here in the Saturday action. We'll see how it goes. I mean, Miller looked pretty good, and Fado hasn't been brutal. So hopefully 7-0 Seattle, I guess. I don't know. Again, Seattle's laying a 180 tomorrow. Can't do that. Jays run line, I'm taking a wild shot. This is like me turning into Steph Curry coming over and taking a shot from the logo. Barrios versus a pretty good Bryce Elder and a Brave team that is not too shabby. But I'm going to go 160 Jays. I said I kind of like the Jays this series. I said it this afternoon. We're sticking to the guns. Back on the Red Sox over with our guy Chris Sale and Steven Matz. Yes. Orioles run line, especially off a loss here. Unless they could pull it out, I don't know. I mean, I got Orioles run line tonight. We'll see what happens. And give me the Rockies over 12 tomorrow. First start, Suarez. Good enough for me. Rockies hit at home. That's how we got them. Hopefully they pull it out tonight. All right. We'll be back in the afternoon. Can't call it. Higgs is trying to get out of this mini sun baseball. It happens. Okay. It's through October. You're going to hit it. I mean, I know it's nice for rolling. Look at this. I mean, 60%. You're going to hit a bump. And then you're going to start down yourself. Like, stick to your things, man. That's why money management's key. 65% over a baseball season, we're going to have a ton of plays. To be honest, you wouldn't be here talking to me. You'd be a billionaire. You'd be sitting on a mountain of money. Take the slump. It comes. I know. You know I know. It's in all sports. You get it. Can't get frustrated about it. Sometimes you take a day off, you look at the card. If nothing's there, move on. Look at it, be like, you know what? All right, to look at line shows one thing. This is something I've done my entire life. You get the night before, you're like, oh, who's playing tomorrow? Do I like anything? I talk about the guys, possible bullpen type setups, guys coming in off of rehab assignments. Let's get at the X, cross it off. Team laying 1-9 down the road and they're 2-7 their last 9. Looking terrible. I cross it off. They're not due to win. So we do. Yeah. You'll be all right, King. Don't too sweat it. You'll be fine. Lane, have a good one. I'm late, but I'll run a video back. Yes, a little late tonight. We go a half hour. Usually, I like to look headlines, kind of keep it short and sweet because I love talking to everybody. But I just, boom, boom, put them out and then move on. But I enjoy the comments. That's what makes the show. That's why my show is different than a lot of the other shows. Cleveland under 8.5. I'm with that. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Because that goes to 10. We get that phantom, ridiculous, more terrible rules in baseball. Phantom runner. All right, I'm out of here on that.